Hello everybody, hope you're all well. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a new video. Today we are out on the roof garden because I thought we'd do a bit of a spring tidy up and refresh out here. It's been a while. I haven't been out on the roof garden much recently, but now many of us are spending a bit more time at home. I thought it was the perfect excuse to get out here and give everything a good tidy up. It had taken a bit of a battering from the storms we had earlier in the year, so it's definitely due a tidy up. Today's video is sponsored by Miracle Grow. I'm going to be telling you a bit more about their performance organics range in a little bit, but first of all I thought I'd just take you around the whole roof garden, show you how it's looking, and then we'll get cracking and give it a good tidy. And before we get going, if you're new here, do click subscribe. I'm posting new videos every single week, and if you enjoy this one, don't forget to give it a little thumbs up. Okay, let's have a look at how it's looking. So as you can see, it is a little bit messy out here. I had to drag some of the chairs out because we had a leak in our roof, so I pulled the decking up to try and get to the bottom of that. We did have a lot of storms here in the UK, so lots of stuff has been damaged, including these guys, which are looking a little bit worse for wear. And then as we go through, you can see that the plants are looking a bit neglected out here. We have some weeding to do. Definitely need to have a good tidy up because everything is just everywhere at the moment. There's no real order out here. And then we've got leaves that need sweeping up from autumn and winter, and we even still have, this is embarrassing, we still have a pumpkin here that is actually from Halloween. I'm amazed it's lasted that long, but obviously we need to deal with that. And then we've got a few new arrivals. We've got a few things starting to bloom down there, and then we've got some blossom on the cherry tree. The fairy garden is still intact, but a few weeds have popped up in that, so I'll need to get rid of those. And it looks like that's being taken over by a weed as well, so we need to sort that out. And we have a wreath base that I must have popped out here after Christmas, I guess. It's falling apart. I should put that inside. This is actually a Christmas tree that I think is 3 years old now. I think that featured in a previous Christmas house tour video. And then we've got some here that probably just need a bit more attention. Some weeding needs to happen. Things are looking a bit sorry for themselves out here. These always do really well though. These are box trees and they're coming on fab. Some of you may remember this upcycle I did with an old cable drum to create this table. It did have these guys on it, but I had to bring everything down when we had the strong winds because everything was getting blown about all over the place. You can see a few things did get smashed up out here. Oh, it looks like we have some mint on the way down here. That's exciting. And we have a bee come to say hello. I think they like the cherry blossom. Right, quick sip of the coffee and we'll get cracking. Tell you what's different out here, no aeroplanes going over at the moment. Usually I really struggle out here because the aeroplanes are going over every 30 seconds. So that's nice. Spoke too soon. Just giving this a wee, but as you can see I've got to be careful because here we've got some wild strawberries, and I think they've literally just seeded from when I've been out here having a strawberry in the summertime and thrown the remains into the soil. That was close. Nearly put my finger right on this wasp, who I think must have got involved with a spider's web. In case you were wondering what I keep in this bench, I've actually got some pots and a few old lanterns, some chicken wire, and these are wicker pumpkins to bring out at Halloween time. But yeah, I left the back open, added these casters, so it's really easy to slide in and out to clean all the leaves away that seem to like to blow underneath it. It has turned into a beautiful day. I think I would actually have to put a bit of SPF on. I'm sweating. Look at this. Definitely thinking we might be in for a glass of wine out here when we finish this evening. Okay, it's got a bit chilly out here, so I've had to put my coat on. I've gone in for another cup of tea. And now that I've given everything a good tidy and a bit of a sweep up, I mean, to be honest, it's looking worse than it did in the first place. But things always have to go, I think, worse before they get better. They always do when I'm doing something like this anyway. So next up, we're going to repot some of the plants that have started to outgrow their pots. So I've got this lavender here, and as you can see, the pot's quite small, so this one could definitely do with a bit more space for its roots. And then once I've done all my repotting, I'm going to go in with some of the Miracle Grow Performance Organics plant feed to give them a really good feed and help them grow twice as big organically. So this is a brand new product. This is 100% organic. This range uses sustainable packaging. So this bottle is actually made from 100% recycled plastic, and it's got some instructions on the back here as to how you can recycle this. And the liquid plant food is 100% plant-based as well, so it's suitable if you're vegan. You'll see here that I have laid out a plastic tablecloth. That's just because when I'm repotting, I don't want any soil to drop between the gaps on my decking, so just a bit easier to sweep it up afterwards. I've got a couple of new pots here, so I'm just going to drill some holes in for the drainage.
I pull into your driveway, it's a Saturday night. You look like $1,000,000 wearing that dress I like. You're smiling, but there's something missing in your eyes.
So next up, I'm going to do this hydrangea. These are lovely things to have in the garden. They always come back fighting year after year. At winter time, they look like they've shriveled down to nothing, and they always seem to spring back. So they're quite hardy, because I do occasionally neglect my plants a little bit. So I always go for ones that I think are going to survive if I forget to water them for a few days, weeks, or that will withstand the frost as well, because I don't tend to bring anything indoors over the winter time. I think with this being a roof garden, it stays fairly warm anyway, because the heat from the kitchen is probably rising up, so it never gets too badly hit by the frost. But yeah, this is a fab one to have, because the colours always change as well. They go from like blues to lovely purples and pinks, so I'm excited to see what colour this turns out for this spring.
That you have something on your mind, but I will make you forget all your sorrows. Let go like there's no tomorrow.
Okay, so now that those are repotted, I've got a couple of spare pots now left over, so I thought we'd have a go at planting a couple of new things out here. I actually picked these up from the land where everything used to be £1, but these were £1 each from Poundland, and I've got here a hibiscus and a raspberry plant. So I've never tried either of these before, but they look like they're in pretty good nick, so we'll give them a go. And then I'll be going in with some of the Miracle Grow. Now this is suitable for all plants, so you can add it to any food that you're growing in your garden as well. Same with the granules. So if you've got any vegetables, any plants, or maybe you've got a little herb garden going on, it's all perfect for that too.
Have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the problems away. I'm all about the good vibes. I know you're all about.
So it says on here for plants in pots to add half a cup to 1 litre of water. I wasn't sure how big my watering can was, so I've just done a quick Google and I found that the standard kind of normal size watering can, if that makes sense, is 10 litres. So in case yours doesn't have a mark on it, if it's similar size to mine, it should be 10 litres.
Good vibes. Do you know how much I love you? Wanna see you smile. Where's that happy girl that I know with a heart on fire? I'll do anything to make it fine, but I can tell that you have something on your mind right now. But I will make you forget all your sorrow.
Next up, I'm going to go around with some of the organic granular food. This is really handy for places that you can't access so well, so I can pop some of this into the pots at the back, and this should be good for 3 months, which is fab. There's a handy guide on the pack to tell you how much to add. So as you can see, it says you need around 5 grams per litre in plant pots, so 25 grams is roughly 1 handful, so that's really handy, so you know how much to add, and you just work this into the soil and then give plants a good water. And I am very excited to see the results of this. You'll also notice that I'm now wearing gloves as well, because I will be working this into the soil with my hands.
Go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes. I know you're all about the good vibes. We are all about the good vibes. We are all about the good.
Okay, so I think I am done for today. As you can see, we now have a clear floor space, which is going to be lovely. It means I can bring out the clothes horse and dry the washing out here. And then we have a lot more space at the back. All the plants have had a really good feed and a good water. I can access everything a lot easier now as well to keep them topped up with water, and I'm going to feed them with the liquid plant food once a week. Got these guys out on the table here now, so I can keep an eye on how they're doing. And then across the back here, everything's looking a little bit tidier. I will continue to do a bit more weeding as the week goes on, and I've got a bit more time out here. I'm hoping to come out here every day now just to do a little bit and try and keep on top of things. And then I'm really excited to see how these turn out. So we've got our hibiscus here and our raspberries here, so I'll have to keep an eye on those, make sure they're fed and watered. And yeah, I do keep spying weeds, so there's still a bit of work to do out here, but that can be for another day. We'll just get this last one for today. I think I better do something with these guys as well, because yeah, they're not liking it out here.
Good times, dance until it feels alright. All night, we're all about the good vibes. All about the good vibes.
Okay, so it is exactly 7 days later. Let's head outside and see how everything is looking.
Let go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes. I know you're all about the good vibes. Let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes. I know you're all about the good vibes. We are all about the good vibes. We are all about the good times. Dance until it feels alright. All night, we're all about the good vibes. All about the good vibes.
So I'm really pleased with how everything is coming on. It is looking really good out there. Everything has grown significantly. So the idea for today I've got is that we could make a little kind of bench to lift some of the plant pots up. So there's a few around the edge that I don't think are getting quite enough sun, or as much as they could be. So I've got some leftover scaffold boards from another project. So I thought we'd have a go at making a little bench that potentially also could be to sit on as well. I'm going to use it for some plant pots just to give them a little bit more light.
get up alone, too heavy on my own. The world is moving on, I'm still standing here, searching for steady ground, a place to settle down. No reasons left to find. One day I'll change your mind, and it won't come easy, but I know it's worth the fight. And I will run across the rivers, anywhere with you. I won't give up, I'll take my chances, and I will follow you through the night. I'll follow you.
So there we go. I really hope you enjoyed this roof garden update with me. Let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. If you want to check out Miracle Grow's range, I'll leave all of their information in the description box, and thank you so much again to them for sponsoring this video. Don't forget, if you're new here, to click subscribe for new videos every single week, and I'll be keeping you posted on how things are looking out here over on Instagram. It's Mr. Carrington and Mr. Carrington Home. Give the video a little thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
I'll follow you.